My mother went behind my back and enrolled my child in a school across the country. When I tried to stop it, she just laughed. He'll get used to it. You'll see. I found the acceptance letter in her purse while she was in the bathroom. Elite boarding school in Massachusetts. My son Jake was 7 years old. Mom, what is this? She didn't even flinch. I enrolled Jake. He starts in September. It's already paid for. $45,000 for the year. My hands started shaking. You can't just enroll my child in a school without asking me. She sipped her tea like we were discussing the weather. Someone has to think about his future since you're clearly not capable. This school will make him into something. Connections, discipline, real education. He's 7 years old. He still sleeps with his stuffed dinosaur. My father sent me away at 6. Best thing that ever happened to me. She stood up and smoothed her blouse. The paperwork's done. Deposits paid. He'll get used to it. You'll see. I felt sick. Does Jake even know? Not yet. I thought we'd tell him together this weekend. Make it exciting. A big adventure. I walked out of her house without another word. First call, the school. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely dial. Hello, this is Christopher Wells. My mother apparently enrolled my son without my knowledge or consent. The registrar's voice turned professional immediately. Mr. Wells, we require signatures from both legal guardians for enrollment. Let me pull up the file. Silence. Then, sir, we have your signature on 3 different documents here. I never signed anything. More silence. This is concerning. We'll need to investigate this immediately. Forging enrollment documents is fraud. Second call. My lawyer, Dan, who'd helped me with my divorce 2 years ago. Dan, I need help. My mother forged my signature and enrolled Jake in boarding school across the country. He let out a low whistle. That's fraud and possible kidnapping intent if she attempts to transport him. Document everything. Don't delete any texts or emails. Record conversations if you're in a one-party consent state. Third call. My ex-wife, Jake's mom. We don't always see eye to eye, but this was different. Sarah, we have a problem. When I explained, she was silent for a long moment. Then, I'm coming over. We need to handle this together. That afternoon, we sat down with Jake. He was building Legos on the floor. Buddy, Grandma said something about a special school. Did she talk to you about that? He looked up, confused. She said maybe I'd go to a school with uniforms like Harry Potter. I said that sounds cool. My chest tightened. She'd been planting seeds. Sarah and I decided to play along for exactly 3 days. We told Mom we needed time to process and would discuss it over the weekend. She took the bait completely, started texting me links to the school website, dorm room photos, testimonials from other parents. She even started packing a suitcase with clothes she'd bought for Jake. Meanwhile, Dan filed for an emergency restraining order. Sarah and I both signed affidavits. The school confirmed the forged signatures. We reported everything to the police. On Saturday morning, the day Mom planned to take Jake shopping for school supplies and make it exciting, 2 officers knocked on her door. Sarah and I were there too. We wanted her to know exactly who'd reported her. Ma'am, you're being charged with forgery, fraud, and attempted custodial interference. Her face drained of color. She looked at me standing behind the officers. Christopher, what did you do? What you did, Mom? You forged legal documents and tried to ship my son across the country. This is insane. I'm his grandmother. I have rights. The officer cut her off. You have 0 rights to relocate a minor without parental consent. You forged signatures on legal documents. That's a felony. She turned desperate. I was giving him opportunities, a better life than you can provide. You were thinking about yourself, I said. Like always. This was never about Jake. It was about you playing do-over with someone else's child. I raised you, and now I'm raising him my way. The court issued a restraining order. No contact with Jake without supervision. The school kept her $45,000 deposit. Breach of contract for fraud. She sent letters for months, never opened them. She tells people at church I'm keeping her grandson from her. Jake asks about her sometimes. I tell him the truth. Grandma made a very bad choice.